What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hey Janeé. This is my love letter to the world. I'm telling everyone hey, and I want to hear it back.
Hey, Janeé.
Hey, Janeé.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I am welcoming Gillian White and Michael Jai White to the show, along with co-host Zeta Luby. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Wonderful.
Now, they're here to promote a new film that Michael is the director as well as star in. Gillian also stars, called Trouble Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
We're excited for people to see it.
Yeah, I checked out the trailer. I'm pretty excited. So this podcast is all about how we move through the world, bringing our energy, hopefully positive energy, and then all the great things that we receive by, through our energy, like the great things that we get back. And I love to start out every episode by talking about a moment of joy from the week. So I would love to hear about what your moment of joy is right now.
From the week.
From the week?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I travel and do new, fresh things with my best friend. So, it's my life is kind of filled with joy because of the lady.
Oh, I love that.
See how you're trying to one up me. Like, how do I come after that?
How do you match that energy?
I'm going to match it by saying I'm blessed every day to be alive and have my best friend and my love of my life in my life every day.
She's just saying that because of what
I'm not. It's the truth.
Well, you set the tone. I always when I
set
have
the
media
tone.
training clients, I always tell them to set the tone. You start out, and then the positive thing that you bring gets matched.
That's
And this
nice.
show's all about positivity.
Yes.
Yeah. Although I'm being encouraged to be a little spicy sometimes. I have a spicy side. We all do,
You
right?
gotta have a little
Yeah.
spice.
Absolutely. I just
Yeah.
had some spice myself.
I was literally about to say that.
Yeah, my mouth is still burning from that Thai food from across the street.
Uh-oh.
But that's okay. I'll be fine.
So that wasn't the moment of joy of the day.
No, it was good. It was good.
He enjoyed it because he
That's
kept
why I
eating
kept
it. That's what
eating
the
it. So,
he
yeah.
finished the whole bowl.
I like
so.
that place. I might have to go get some afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the basil chicken bowl.
Yeah.
I like their
was
pad
good.
see
Okay.
Yeah. Zeta, do you have a moment of joy to share?
Yes, so my moment of joy is learning something new. So I had an audition recently, and thank you. And I didn't have a reader with me. My dad usually reads with me because he's an actor as well, but he was out of town. So I had to figure out basically how to overlay my own voice, recording the other lines.
Wow.
And responding to it in real time, but like at the right time, of course.
With the timing and everything
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you change your voice? Did you?
So I wasn't able to change it. I would have changed it with AI, but it sounded kind of weird. It like the pronunciation was off.
Yeah.
But I did I tried to change my voice as much as possible. Like I was kind of talking like a Valley Girl type of voice for
Yeah.
one of the characters. And then another character was like a little bit deeper, more mature like. And then I came in with my regular voice
Yeah.
for my character. But I had to do a lot of editing that I've never done before. So it was really cool though.
Yeah, it's like a new experience.
Yeah.
I had to do that too one time when I had no one to read with me. You get put in those situations. You gotta figure it out. Yeah.
What was
It's
it
all
like?
about adapting and being flexible.
Yeah.
What was it like? Like, how were you able to do that?
Yeah, I did exactly the same thing. I recorded my part and then I kind of waited a few beats, like how the response would be if, in real life. Or real time, I should say, and then I kind of edited and put it all together, and it worked. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, okay, this is something I got under my sleeve if I need to do it again. Yeah,
That's dope. That's dope.
I love that you are getting, potentially getting some tips about how you can adapt in the future. Well, my moment of joy this week was actually taking some time to have coffee with a colleague. I would call her a friend as well, but I hadn't seen her in years. But after leaving Boston in February, I have such a different life now. Like, it's really up to me, like, what goes on the schedule. So being able to take that time literally at 11 in the morning and go have coffee I found a local spot I didn't even realize was like 8 minutes from my house. And we caught up and we were there for over an hour just talking about work and life, and it was just amazing. But the moment of joy really was actually, she followed up. She sent me a text at the end of the day saying like how great it was to catch up. And she said, your energy is always so great. And I never realized how much words of affirmation meant to me. I wouldn't have said that that was my preferred love language, but I really loved hearing that, and hearing that I have good energy is always something I love to hear. Like it makes me feel like, wow, my energy is like really special. And I went on Threads and, commented about that, and people were responding, and I was just saying how it's a top tier compliment. And someone was like, the other good compliment is you smell good. And I was like, oh, that is a really good one too. Like, don't we all love to hear like, oh my God, you smell amazing. Mm-hmm. So that just had me thinking like, what are some of the best things people tell you that kind of really give you that, I don't want to say ego boost, because ego is looked at as being unhealthy, but like just the things that will have you like the whole day walking around like, yeah, I am really
I have
that.
a weird one. I like when someone from my past tells me that you're exactly the same way you were when you, like, something about that hits home with me. They're like, you have not changed. You're still cool. You're still funny. You're still down to earth. Like, I love that because it affirms that I have not let, some people, oh, you got Hollywood. But I don't. I've always been super down to earth. And, we always say, we're in Hollywood, but not of Hollywood.
I love that.
So I love when people from grade school, kindergarten, middle school, high school come, they're just like, man, you're still the same person. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel good. They're like still cool energy, It's like, I love that.
I like that one
always
too.
Like hits home with me.
What about you, Michael?
Well, one of the things is I'm always prepared for people to, especially guys, to say something about the action movies. Okay? Because not really many people representative of the alpha male, martial arts or fighter, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm always prepared for that, but I wasn't prepared for what I get quite often nowadays is grown men or, macho guys coming up to me and say, man, your relationship with your wife really inspires me. And that really hits home even stronger. Yeah. Because we wind up having dialogue about relationships and things that you wouldn't think these, alpha male or macho males would do. So that inspires me a lot. And also with 2 days ago, someone mentioned something about a movie I wrote and directed and starred in called Outlaw Johnny Black. Mm-hmm. And it's a movie that is it's made like it's a revenge movie, as a lot of Westerns are. But it's really a movie about forgiveness. That's what the really overall message of it is. And a guy came to me 2 days ago and said, man, I really love that movie. It encouraged me to repair the relationship I had with my mom.
Wow.
And he got that out of that movie about forgiveness. And he said after seeing that movie, it changed him. And now they repaired their relationship. So that's got to be the jewel of the week.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's really powerful. I think really realizing that you're tapping into people's emotional intelligence is like such a powerful thing. But even just like anytime you're walking in your purpose and then you have someone affirm that it resonated for them, and that's how you really know, like, I'm walking in my purpose. But even just to speak about your relationship, like we were talking a little before the cameras came on, me working for Boss Up for so long. And I said, I'm not unfamiliar with you guys. I wrote about you, mostly posting like paparazzi photos, like, because such a gorgeous couple. And you guys have been married for a long time, right?
Yeah, we've known each other 28 years.
Yeah, 28 years.
Amazing.
You met that long ago. And yeah, we're very, very blessed. I found my beyond soulmate. But it's and it means a lot that we're not trying. It's just what it is when you have your chemistry with your best friend. And,
yeah.
So just kind of we want that for other people, and when we can help, when people come to me and ask me that kind of advice, especially like in our community, is not a lot of therapy. It's not like
listen. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. So it's great to be able to kind of contribute to that, as opposed to you beat somebody up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it always like, was there always a romantic side, or did you guys genuinely like discover the romance in your friendship?
I think it's always been there. We just have a really amazing chemistry, and it was there from day one. You know, and everything else that comes with the chemistry, the romance, the love, the friendship, the laughter, all that just kind of goes under the chemistry. Because we always talk about this in relationships. If you don't have chemistry, because just because you're with somebody does not mean you have chemistry.
Right.
You know, so if you don't have that chemistry, sometimes it's like there's something always lacking underneath.
Yeah.
You know, it's because you don't have that connection.
Yeah, just think of your best friend. A lot of times your best friend may not, on paper, jive with you.
Yeah.
It really has nothing to do with it. And sometimes people are thinking about the other person who they are on paper.
Yeah.
But it's really not that, because one thing that lasts is chemistry. You know, you can have a friend that you haven't seen in years, and you
It's
get
right
together.
back, like, yeah.
Yeah,
Always,
so that's the thing that you got to pay attention to. That chemistry doesn't happen very often. And so, you know, you have your friends, I always say, like, you know, you got your buddies that you can see once a month and once a year, once a week. But then you have your people that you can see every single day. Now, if that person that you see once a month moves in with you, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You're going to have rules and all these other things because it's not the natural state of things.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's great when you're with your best friend, that everyday type of person that you can't wait to see every single day. And that's the person that you really want to share your life with. That's if you're that type of person who wants to be, you know, every day.
Yeah, because not everybody, you know, wants that. So.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, they are once a week people, and they are
And
a
that
few
works for
times a
them.
week people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I struggle with just like, I think being an only child for so long, like sometimes just and also I'm a bit of an introvert. I'm an ambivert really, but like the introvert side, I always need to recharge. And sometimes like when it's constant like interaction, it can feel like smothering to me. And even like physical touch can be very like, it's very like, get off me, you know, like, and I never mean to be that way, but I just find like, you know, that's also how I know when I have my people, because those are the people that like, wow, I'm still having fun, and it's been 40, you know, 24, 48 hours or whatever. Right. But like, I struggle, and I tell people like, I need space. I need you to understand.
Here's the interesting part. So are we.
Oh, wow.
So are we.
Yeah.
Until you find that person that it's like, I was always that way.
Okay.
Like one of the
that
things
makes me feel so much better.
Yeah,
I just have to say.
one
because
thing
I was like that too.
Yeah. So one thing I had written in a post that went viral, that I said, apology to my exes, because I thought it was unrealistic that you'd want to see somebody every day. And I thought, oh, these women, that's what they want. And I couldn't provide that. I never felt like I want to see somebody every day. Like, that would drive, you know, in my mind, that would drive me crazy. Right?
Yeah.
But until we got together, and then I was like, oh, then I wrote this thing called Apology to My Exes. And I'm going, now I see what you're talking about. Because now I have that person that I can't wait to see every day. And so, like I said, I didn't think it was possible, just like you, right? And we both thought that way.
Yeah.
And just it was no way even back then that I would think that it would even be better now, and it keeps getting better. And nobody could have told me that.
Wow.
Yeah, so honestly, that's the way that you should be. You should be that individual first anyway.
I
right?
love that.
That makes it
It's
all
important.
the better. You know, you don't be one half trying to meet another half to make a whole.
Yeah.
Be two full people,
Yeah.
two wholes. And then when you find that counterpart, you're not going to want to be apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that balance is already there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
individually and together as a couple.
Yeah, but when you vibrate at a certain level with another person, just like I talk about how chemistry, you're around just be people that spark you to be more creative, spark you to be funnier, and you start seeing the joy in life. That just is just reciprocal, and it just keeps going. And then it's very easy when people talk about, you know, that one person. You know how easy it is to never think. I can't possibly think of another person. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
To think that even in this lifetime that I'd find that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I ever
Think you can
think
find
of
it again.
or
Yeah.
try or jeopardize that? That's it. That would be
Wow.
insane.
That's
right?
good. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
But so it takes care of itself when you find that person you're supposed to be with, because I wasn't I was not a faithful dude.
Yeah.
I was absolutely not. I
believe
was
you.
slick. I thought a good dude
Okay,
was
he's
somebody.
gonna tell on himself now.
No, she knows.
Yeah.
You know, I thought a good man was somebody who kept his side chicks in
check.
In check.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I even had aunts and uncles, women who agreed with that. Who basically were like,
So you
a
learned-
man's
you
gonna
kinda
be a
learned from-
man
yeah.
as long as you don't bring it home.
Yeah,
I
don't have
grew
it
up
in
with
your,
that.
in your main woman's face, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Don't
So
be disrespectful.
That was a good man. I grew up with that image.
Yeah.
And not even thinking that I could ever be in the place that I am now, which is way better than anything else, because I know the player side. I know
Yeah.
all of that. And it's like that kept me from being who I really could be. And so I know whatever greatness that's in front of me, I deserve it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't have not 1 ounce of BS to me. And so, the things that I think are owed to me are the things that I, work for. I damn sure deserve it. I could look in the mirror.
Yeah.
But it's something about, it's self-fulfilling. I would never have thought that loving somebody else would be so self-serving. You know what I mean? And just being in your manhood, you being true to everything about who you are. There's no looking back. There's no turning back from that. So it's provided me the peace that I have in my life.
I just want to see, Gillian, do you think that there's something that you've done in terms of like, and this, I guess it's for you as well, Michael, but like, is it the trust? Is it that she just kind of gives you the freedom to entrust you to show up in that way that made it that much easier? Or is it literally just like, I'm full, the cup is so full, I'm not trying to put anything else in the cup because I'm, like it would just waste at that point.
Yeah, well, I like to speak on this, and we spoke on this in other interviews, like past relationships
Yeah.
that don't go well for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And you can hold trauma as women.
Yeah.
Hold trauma, you can become a little bitter, right? You can
Yeah.
be like, I'm done with you. Just whatever your mentality is after a certain bad relationship. And I had to get past that. And I'm so glad I did, because I kind of was at a point where I put up walls and, I was like, I'm good.
normal.
I don't trust,
Yeah.
And I think it was the most important thing, probably one of the most important decisions I've ever made in my life, to actually let that go.
Yeah.
And let down those walls to let love in. Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have this.
Yeah. That's great.
And he was helpful because, and we talk about this because in the movie Trouble Man, we actually incorporate some real dialogue that we've spoke about in our life. And there was a point where, we had lost each other and we came back, and he had told me, he was like, I'd be a fool to lose you again, basically.
Oh, wow.
Because we'd already we had reconnected at that point. And so when he said that made me go, yeah, that would be stupid. Like, to be together, not be together, get together, and then lose me again. Like, it's kind of stupid. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, the fact he said that, and it was so genuine and so heartfelt, I let that guard down, and I just gave myself 100% to him, and absolutely trust him. And he made sure that
I had to earn
felt
that.
comfortable. No, he made sure, because I had issues, He
Yeah.
made sure that, and not even like on some kind of, I'm here right now.
Right.
It wasn't like that. Because then it'd be like a little extra.
Yeah.
It was just him showing up.
Yeah.
That was really
I
what it
always
was. Just
believe
showing
actions.
up, letting me know.
Actions over words.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And I was like, yep.
But no, one thing is I always want to point out, she proved to be worth that. So a lot of, so it's like, if I didn't come 100%, I knew I wouldn't have deserved her. And I would sabotage the relationship.
Right.
And so I had to be the guy that was worthy of her, or I know I would have messed it up. If I had any kind of, secrets, or if I was doing something underneath, whatever, I can't escape myself. But the thing that really freaked me out, and the both of us out, is that I stepped up to that, and she stepped up as well. Like, for her being with somebody that she absolutely can trust, she became a better version of herself.
Oh, wow.
And so if you think about, wow, like even though in the romantic area, a woman that really has no inhibitions of anybody else in her man's heart, where she can go, physically, mentally, spiritually, and where you could go together, knowing that ain't nobody occupying no space in this.
Yeah.
It's just something that I never would have thought. And the relationship gets to a place where I've never even seen.
Wow.
But maybe other people have, but they keep to their quiet self and their happy lifestyles, and they live on. And I'm in the public eye, so therefore I speak on it.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like, you have to be who you are. And we're put on this earth, and I know I am, as a servant.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the thing. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life is my relationship with my wife, because everything other thing subsequent is greater because of that. I'm a better husband and father. I'm a better friend. I'm a better everything. So I'm better.
Even in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a better colleague. Everything, because I know where my priorities are.
That's a perfect segue to get into Trouble Man. Gillian, you brought up how some things of the film actually mirror things that have happened. But if you guys want to tell the audience what the film is about and then how the idea came about. I really want to know where the title came from, because it's funny enough, I actually really like the word trouble. And when I was younger, I used to love when people be like, oh, here comes trouble. I would be like, like, I love that. And then, of course, John Lewis, Good Trouble. We all love Good Trouble.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Yep.
But Trouble Man actually came from a title of a movie in 1972.
Oh.
Yeah, starring Robert Hooks. It was when I saw this movie back in that day, it was my favorite of those Shaft, Superfly, those type of movies.
Yeah.
This was a dominant character, very, tough, very charismatic, and it was done by Robert Hooks, who was a consummate actor. He was a Broadway. He was Negro Ensemble founder. And so it was a chance to see this type of character, not in a campy way. Yeah. In a very absolutely driven home dramatic way. And that kind of made a line for me. And for when I got a chance to do this movie and, kind of reinstitute that title, I was very proud to do that. And his character, like mine, was somebody who was kind of like a fixer, a former cop, but he's all about his community and his people. And that's what this movie is about. And in that same spirit, I wanted to do a movie that was an homage to movies that I loved growing up, like A Piece of the Action, and Uptown Saturday Night, and all those type of things. Yeah. And so that was my inspiration. And in the movies by Jim Brown and Fred Williamson, you had two alpha males that represented us, tremendously. And so, as the Jim Brown, I wanted to find my Fred Williamson, which was Cliff Method Man. Yeah. And so that brother to me is not only was he my favorite rapper, but what he evolved to. Yeah. Over the years. Is very inspirational, and that's the one that's the man I wanted beside me.
It's interesting you mentioned evolving, because that was kind of my inspiration when I was thinking about how I wanted to outline for today's podcast, because I see your growth, as actors, and then now producing, directing, writing. I mean, I know it's not your first go at some of these other roles, but I think we all can get, really comfortable in whatever our roles might be. And like, I'm big on growth. This is a new space for me. So growth, I'm all in my phase of growth as well. Would love to hear, a little bit about that. Like, how has it been, like, adding more things to your, becoming a multi-hyphenate and adding more pieces to your plate?
In a way, it's weird because it's full circle, and I'll explain it this way. In 3rd and 4th grade, I was putting on puppet shows for the class. And, when I was 10 years old, I was shooting my own films on Super 8. So I started directing early on. And my wife pointed out to me some of the VHS tapes that I had when I was directing my friends in short movies and stuff. And so it's like, really, I just came full circle into my natural purpose.
Right.
So even as an actor, I was always had the eye of a director and producer, and would identify in that way. So it's just natural, just very natural for me. And to be honest with you, there's been a lot of times when I've been just the actor or the lead actor, and my director's mindset is always on. Like I could be in a situation, I'm supposed to be in my trailer, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, they're shooting this direction, but the sun is going to be going down this way. They should shoot this way. And I run back out, and I'm like, hey guys, did you think about this? No, thanks, Mike. I go back. And then I think about something else, and I was like, wait. So as an actor, I have been
You're
known
always the MVP.
As
Saved
somebody.
a lot of movies.
Yeah. So even writing wise, my first real big movie was the Tyson movie.
Wow.
I wrote 3 scenes in the movie, only because like I made suggestions, and then I just said, let me write this, and the director, instead of saying, oh, you're just the actor, they're going, oh, wait a minute, I benefit from this. These things. And so it's not like I'm getting writer's credit. So I say, well, what do you think of this? And one of the scenes I wrote was his favorite scene of the movie.
Wow.
And so I always had that mindset. And so when I'm directing, it's less stress.
Yeah.
Because as an actor, wondering, have they thought about this? Because, I'm constantly, and I've edited since I was a kid. So I'm always looking in those different ways. So I'm very comfortable in the directing situation.
Okay, so do you have trouble releasing control?
Not at all.
Okay.
My philosophy is like, I love to be wrong.
Okay.
In every situation, because every time I'm wrong, I learn something.
That's very true.
And so,
I definitely...
but in turn, if I make a suggestion, it's thought out, because I'm never protecting my ego.
Right.
Like
I love that.
If I'm wrong,
ego.
you just made me benefit by something. If you got a great idea, I don't care if you're the caterer.
Yeah, 100%.
I will listen to your idea and be like, okay, I see where you're coming from, because no matter what it is, somebody else is thinking that same way. And so now, if it's enough for me to sway me, that remains to be seen. And people have their agendas, and that, but I will listen to anybody, and like, but I do that in life. It's like if somebody, pulls up to me beside my car and says, you're an asshole.
Oh, wow.
If somebody does that, I don't think, I'm not an asshole. Let me defend myself.
You start analyzing, what did I do to make him think I'm an asshole?
I'm like, my thing is, why did you say?
What movie did you see?
No. Why'd you say that? Oh, you cut me off back there. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
And guess what? I learned, watch out.
Oh, yeah.
I learned something. Thank you. I'm like, thank you, because I did not know. I'm sorry. But that's my philosophy in life. I'm gonna. I'd rather prove the opposition right before I prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Because I have a chance to learn something.
Wow.
You
What
know
a
what I mean?
great attitude to have.
It's just self-serving is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't care what political affiliation or whatever. I've had amazing conversations with people that you wouldn't think I could ever talk to.
Yeah.
Because I look at their humanity and I say, yeah, provide me a glimpse from your perspective, so I can understand and not just ostracize you because I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, there's some of my favorite conversations are with people that you wouldn't think I would ever have any connection to. But I look at it as I'm pillaging. I'm getting insight from people you normally wouldn't get insight from.
Exactly.
I love that. Just finding value like everywhere. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's
what
right
life's
there. You can
about.
learn from a fool.
That's true. That is
You
true.
know?
I want to ask about this amazing cast as well. I noticed Orlando Jones. I saw in the trailer. Of course, you mentioned Cliff Smith, Method Man. Lala Anthony is in this project. Keith Sweat is a producer.
Yes.
He's the producer.
Yeah, he's one of the producers and did the music. He does the final song.
Yeah, the title track.
And he sings in. Nobody ever knows it's Keith Sweat
Wow.
because Keith Sweat has a voice that he's kept away from people.
And he has a voice that we all kind of know with the music he's had over the years.
Yeah.
His range is way bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he shows it in this song.
Yeah, and then
I feel like people don't talk about Keith Sweat enough, but I love it that he'll have like even just the viral moment that happened this year with the young man on the cruise that was singing his song and had the aunties like on the cruise like up singing along. Have you seen this clip?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm gonna have to show it to you when we stop the cameras. But I love just whenever Keith Sweat has like a moment of resurgence. I was so excited to see that he was involved with this project.
yeah, he's in it too. He's doing a little cameo.
Yeah, there's a cameo scene.
Yeah, but he's like a cousin to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would have this challenge all the time, and not one person over all this time. When I play this song, he does a rendition of "It's a Man's World" by James Brown.
Yeah.
Not one person ever identified it as Keith Sweat.
Wow.
And I played it for this gentleman named Stevie Wonder,
Oh wow.
who was so impressed by the song, he added his harmonica to it.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, and it's to me that's
Wait,
like
is that in the film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's in the closing song.
It's the closing
That's
song.
incredible.
And when I think about because I'm sorry, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
wh-
That's the pinnacle right now.
Of
yeah.
course it is. Like,
Yeah.
how long has he been singing for since he was little Stevie?
Well,
Yes.
you think about those verses, right? Mm-hmm. People talk about Michael Jackson and Prince. Mm-hmm. Now, can you imagine a verses with Stevie Wonder? No. There's
Nobody can match that.
Nobody,
Yeah.
nobody could dare match.
And it's so funny
There's no
too,
such thing as a versus.
because you could probably ask each of us like what your favorite Stevie album is, and it would probably be a different answer from each person because the versatility is.
And you can't say that about Michael Jackson or Prince. You
yeah.
really can't do you have to team up Michael Jackson and Prince to do a versus against Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
Who is still, it's his birthday today, by the way.
Oh wow!
75.
Happy birthday!
Wow.
Yeah, and we know we've hung out, we've had dinners
And
with
he
him.
does the best version of Happy Birthday anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but since he was 13, man,
Little
and
Stevie.
he's 75.
So you're talking about some
Longevity.
really incredible relationships. You mentioned Keith Sweat is like a cousin. You have this long-standing relationship with Stevie Wonder. Obviously, you've been working for a long time in this business and have these great relationships. Can you just talk about, like, for people who are coming up in the industry, like, how do you cultivate your relationships? How do they continue to keep going? Like, how, collaboration, how does that happen?
Well, it kind of starts. I'll say it like this. I think it just starts by, the person that you are and being true to yourself.
Amen.
And because I've never gone out to make a friendship or whatever. My friendships happen naturally. And other people will recognize that quality that you have in themselves. I don't BS people. I don't care what someone's status is.
Mm-hmm.
It's who they are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I know billionaires who I wouldn't speak to in an elevator.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so it really, someone's status doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes it's a little weird when people look at me as like some superstar or something like that, because I'm like, that stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it means, like I said before, it means something when somebody says, oh, something you did touched me. Something you did affected my life in a positive way.
Yeah.
That's when it means a whole lot. But I mean, of course, like, a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to kick ass like you. I'm like, okay, well, thank you. Keep it moving. But that's okay. I might mean I might mean that to some people, and that's that's an outlet for them. But then there's things of depth that mean a lot more.
Mean a lot more.
Yeah, and and so I think it's just me never having a BS friendship, never allowing for that. There's a lot of people, in Hollywood, so and so wants you to come to this party. I'm like, I don't know that person. Oh, but it's this. I'm like, I don't give a damn.
Right.
I don't know that person
We
can't
don't want to
summon
go
me.
to the Diddy party. Okay?
Yeah, oh, it's not.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, but I mean, there are countless people who have met with me or whatever, and who wanted to have the cool black guy that could probably kick everybody's ass as a part of their entourage, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But as in turn, those people respect the hell out of me now
Of
because they
course.
know I've never been about that, and
Yeah.
I've never taken the hookup. Hey, I'll hook you up with this and what. I'm like, I don't know you,
Yeah.
and you're not a friend of mine, and that's a slap in the face of my real friends.
Yeah.
So I can't call you a friend
Yeah.
just because you're whatever you want.
Whatever your name
make
is,
a make
yeah.
Or your status.
this kind of like barter this somewhat friendship.
Transactional relationships.
I don't
That's
have
the word.
any.
They're the worst.
I don't have any of those. I mean, I
I
have,
don't either.
and I love it because I have people who might be in the industry who are real friends.
Yeah.
And I have get-togethers and fight parties at the
our
house.
Nice.
And I remember one time a couple came in, and Wesley Snipes was throwing something away in the garbage, but it was full, and so he wrapped up the garbage and took it out.
Wow.
And they were like, their mouth was wide open. Because they were like,
Yeah.
was that Wesley
Wesley Snipes taking out the trash.
and they were like, and they're like, what? I said, yeah. What? I said, because the bag was full.
Right.
And they're like, oh. And
They were like, don't you have people?
no, the bag was
We
full.
are the
So-
people
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
but
At our house, so many people come in and out that are in this business, and some people show up and they're like, "Was that? Is that so and so?" It's
I
like,
don't-
but we don't care. It's just like
I don't think about it.
They're like friends or
Yeah.
family, so that's all we.
I
yeah.
totally forget that some of my friends are in the industry because they're just my friends.
Yeah.
And,
No,
and
yeah.
that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I recently talked to Tyler for a long time, and no matter what, Tyler to me will forever be. I will always be protective of him
Yeah.
because I remember when he was starting out and everything.
Yeah.
he had to deal with all this pressure and stuff, and we used to always talk about dealing with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And forever, no matter what, that's who he is to me. And like somebody who can call me at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And talk for real, and I care because but it's so separate from. I don't have the DNA to look at him as this billionaire or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they might certain people might change. I don't change. I'm the same guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like Keith. I forget that he's one of the most prolific songwriters there is.
Incredible.
But he's Keith.
Yeah.
And I'm like so proud of what he did in the song.
Yeah.
That I'm like this, little brother that's like, look what my brother did. You know what I mean? So, but I love my life, and I like those perspectives, and my kids kind of grow up that way as well. But sometimes they geek out over some people.
They still geek out over
Yeah.
some people.
You have daughters, right? 3 daughters?
Oh yeah, they get so mad at us because we might be at some event,
Yeah.
and I'll say, "Oh yeah, so and so was sitting next to us." What? Why did you FaceTime me? oh my God, they freak out.
You know what I'm going to say.
What?
You did that one time.
Me?
Yeah, because
Who? Remind
Who was
me.
it?
somebody wanted me to teach them karate.
Well, yeah, I'm still mad at you about that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say. You
No,
can't-
I'm gonna say
Okay.
Zendaya.
What?
Exactly. Exactly. Like, who doesn't freaking love Zendaya?
We love Zendaya.
We love
But I
Zendaya.
ain't
We
no-
stand for
I ain't a
Zendaya.
karate teacher. I don't have the time for that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
but you could have taught her. You could have taught her like a few things, and she could like became my friend. That's how I look at it. Come
on,
like my
Mike.
little sister.
She could have been our friend.
Yep.
See, there you go.
He was like, "You could teach her." I was like, "She doesn't want me teaching her. She wants you teaching her."
That is
Literally what he
that
said. He's like,
actually
"You
is
can teach her."
something I wanted to talk about though. Everyone knows him as the martial arts guy, but you have the martial arts skills as well. You even made history, right, as the first Black female martial arts lead in a film, right?
Yeah. I had a good teacher. He's been training me for
See, you taught her. You could've
Yeah,
taught-
He's
that's
been
why I
training me.
live with her.
he's been
She works out with me.
he's been training me for like 10 years.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because honestly, I mean, I was an athlete my whole life. I did like every sport. Basketball was my main sport.
Yeah.
But I never once considered doing martial arts. Never even thought about it. And then when he started training me, I was like, oh, okay. I took to it a little bit better because
Yeah.
I already had the athletic ability.
But she's a dog too. No joke. No, she got fighting. There's certain things you can't teach,
Yeah.
and she will break somebody's face. She, look, she's all pretty and everything.
She's beautiful.
But
yes.
no.
And
no.
I'm sweet.
Yeah, okay. No, she'll wreck somebody.
Just don't get on your bad side, right?
She now, I mean, we never had any kind of issue,
No.
But I mean, you cross her the wrong way.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You don't want the wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah.
somebody might spot her and think she might be,
I remember when the whole
ain't
Karen,
nobody trying to grab your purse.
No, I remember when the whole Karen thing came. Remember everybody
Yeah.
was showing all their videos of Karen's
Yeah.
situations. And I remember just thinking, oh Lord, please don't let some woman get in my face. Like
Well,
I was like,
Oh, there won't be no.
it just wouldn't be good. And I was like, and I'm not trying to get in trouble. So I was like, I have to walk
She
away.
beat up a car that almost. I
She
don't
beat
know
up a car?
Yeah.
What?
You know that car you
Oh.
beat up when it came too close to you.
Well, that. That was well.
Yeah.
Now
so-
you got to tell the story.
No, because
She
because
kicked
I
that.
here's the thing. I have a thing with disrespect.
Yes.
That's really the only thing that
Will
sets that
set you
trigger.
up. Yeah, me too.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm very cool and calm in most situations. But
Yeah.
the minute I feel like somebody's disrespecting me, especially because I respect people,
Yeah.
and I'm considerate of others. So when somebody is like doing the complete opposite and they're disrespecting me, I literally go from like, is it David Banner to Incredible Hulk? Like I just go like, rah! I can't control myself. So there was a person who cut me off, and I had my grandmother in the car.
Oh, wow.
Cut me off to take my grandmother grocery shopping, and guy cut me off and then gave me the finger, called me the B word.
What?
And then I was trying to keep my cool because my grandmother was in the car, but then he started doing that thing where somebody gets in front of you and they start braking,
Yeah.
like trying to make you hit him. And
Yeah.
and I could see him laughing in his rear view, in his side mirror. He's laughing and he gives me the finger again. And so when we got to a red light, the turning lane, it's like I couldn't control myself. My 80-something-year-old grandmother was in the car, and I just was like,
Don't be
and I saw
disrespecting
him. I saw
Nana.
him like smirking and
Yeah.
just. I was like, I can't. I was like, oh, I can't control it. And I literally got out the car and I went to his window, and this is like in traffic. I mean, it's like cars everywhere. I was
No,
like,
if you're
and
stopped
I
at a
and
red
I like
light
literally
doing this.
I punched his car and I punched his window and I scared the crap out of him. And just me scaring the crap out of him gave me
That's
such
satisfaction.
satisfaction.
Yes.
That's all I needed. I just needed his little smirkiness.
I'm not even talking about that time.
Oh!
What situation are you talking about?
With the girls, you were going and
Oh.
yeah.
Wait,
So let
Not Gillian
no,
beat
yeah,
up
yeah,
more than one car.
Well, no, this
I
is
wasn't
a
even
different
talking about that
I'm
time.
sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
a different situation because it involved our children.
Yes.
And we were
Don't mess
we were,
with her grandma
yes,
or her kids.
I'm a mama
okay?
bear. We were walking to a restaurant in a parking lot, and this guy was coming flying down the parking lot, and I'm have the girls with me, and they were
Yeah.
young. They were like, I don't know, 7, 8.
Yeah.
And I could see he's not slowing down. And so I kind of had to pull them out the way, and he kind of just did that. And
Sounds very
so
LA.
as he's driving by,
Yeah.
I kicked his car so hard.
Yeah.
One of our daughters to this day, Morgan, she still is like, remember that time, Mom? Kicked that car. We were in the parking lot. I was scared. I was like, I thought Mom was going to beat that guy up. I was like, I wasn't going to beat the guy up.
Yes, you would.
I
He
just
stopped, and what did you do when he stopped?
I said some threatening things, but I wasn't gonna, I had the kids with me. I wasn't going to do anything. But I honestly am very sweet. I just don't like when people do things like that. When people do disrespectful things or something that puts my children or myself in danger.
No, totally understood.
I'm sorry. It's like, you got to know that you did something.
Well, we'll be careful behind the wheel near Gillian. Yes.
Well, hey, he trained me, so I
Blame it on him. Now blame it on him.
He made me have the killer instinct.
we train that. I'm going to be a car, and I want you to. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the.
I'm a drive-by.
That's how you get your green belt.
and
I
you
got to be in the car.
real
yeah,
hard.
there you go, baby. Yeah, kick that car. No, kick it like this.
Yeah, there's no cars involved in the green belt.
I trained her for that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yep, you got me.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's a little in my DNA, but
Yeah.
I did want to talk about
Yes.
the physical fitness, the martial arts training, all of that, just because like this podcast, we talk about entertainment, but we talk about mental wellness. And I believe that the fitness part actually does, as much as you think it's for your physical well-being, it's really great for your mental health as well.
Absolutely.
Can you speak to that? Like how working out can help your brain and help your stress levels and everything, just make you a better person.
we tell people that all the time. I mean, working out, it's, your serotonin. It if you're angry, go out and punch a bag.
Or a car.
That's, you know what?
She's never going to live it
No,
down.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps bringing it up. Anyways. No, but go out and put all that negative, angry energy into like hitting the bag, punching the bag, kicking the bag. Because now you're releasing these negative thoughts. You get your serotonin up. You start feeling better, a little bit more happier, and you've got a full workout. So I think it's great for mental health to work out. I tell our kids sometimes when they're feeling down or depressed, I'm like, go take a run, go jog with the dogs, or just something to kind of, and usually it makes you feel a lot better.
Are they all athletic as well, your kids? Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, and I always encourage people that working out is a right.
Yeah,
It is.
You get to do it.
Yes.
it should be fun.
Yeah, and
not a chore.
yeah, it's and you feel better after, and so that
I
feeling
totally agree with
feeling
that.
of completion. If you get used to that feeling of completion, that's what you want to register. So it's not about a discipline after a certain point. It's something that you're going to want to do.
Yeah.
And so the way I look at it is that for one of the things that keeps me inspired is that I think about something I call cane day. There's one day you're going to be walking with a cane. And on that day, you're going to wish you had the ability to get up and run and do all the things that you can do right now.
Yeah.
And so I even play a game with myself, just imagining, there I am, old.
That's so
and then
real.
thinking what I would do to go back
And be able to go to the
years
gym.
and then just, be able to when I don't want to go to the gym, I think about what it would feel like when I'm that old. And I think, wow, what I would give to be able to go to the gym again, open my eyes and go, hey, I'm back.
You can go.
Yeah, I can go.
Yeah.
I love
you know
that.
what I mean? And so, that workout will feel really good to you when you realize you have limited days of doing this,
Yeah.
right? So take advantage of it. And the more you do, the more you stave off cane day. That day's going to be later and later and later.
Right.
Sure.
If you work out and,
I mean, look at you. I wasn't going to say anything about the number. I'm not going to say it. But you are fighting, kicking ass in a film. I'm loving the fight choreography from the trailer. I already know, like, this action is something that people are really going to enjoy checking out. But I love that you don't see those limitations. Like, that there was never a thought of, like, someone else doing that role. You're capable of doing it, and you kick ass in the film.
Yeah, I'm doing full fight scenes with people in their 20s, and I don't feel any different.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I have a 25-year-old grandson. So
What?
yeah, so it's like You know, I have a 25-year-old grandson who can't outrun me.
Wow. That is wild.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed. So we're almost out of time. I want to get into every week. I like to pick a C stream and skip, just to let people know what's out there in entertainment. The skip is never entertainment, though. That's always a real life thing because I don't like to be negative about really anything.
Yeah.
But so the C this week is Trouble Man. It is available in theaters and on video on demand starting August 1st this week, Friday. You'll get your front row seat to Gillian and Michael and Method Man and Lala, Orlando Jones, and Keith Sweat.
Mike Epps.
And Mike Epps.
Yeah.
How could I leave out Mike? I love Mike Epps. I also, for stream, I wanted to mention Food Network's Great Food Truck Race. I interviewed the Eat My Biscuits team who are taking part in the Great Food Truck Race this season. It's Tyler Florence is the host yet again. The premiere is actually Sunday, August 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern, and it streams the next day on HBO Max. And for what I worked on this week, you can read my interview with the Eat My Biscuits team on Black Enterprise. I will have a link to that on my Substack, the Hey Janeé Substack. And my skip this week is accepting less than your worth. And that is a valuable lesson I am learning as I am negotiating rates for my services, my media services. People will try me. They will try me, but they will not succeed because I am not accepting less than
That's good. That's
my
how
worth.
you have to think.
Okay, so this week's affirmation, I close out every show with the affirmation. This week's affirmation is, I am capable of achieving things I have not even imagined. I am disciplined, focused, and ready to succeed. Take that with you. This is my love letter to you all. I'm saying hey to the world, and I want to hear it back.
Hey, Janeé.
Love it. Thank you guys so much for joining. It's been a pleasure. So many gems, so many great stories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, you know I was distracted by Eat My Biscuits, right?
No, I literally was trying to listen to you, and I'm just looking. The minute you said "Eat My Biscuits," he's like, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna look at him right now. I'm gonna focus on you and just
What?
I'm not gonna look at his face because I'm gonna just get distracted.
So, funny enough.
It's on Food Network, right?
Yeah, it is on Food Network, but this
Oh, it's on Food Network.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Eat My Biscuits.
Yeah. Sound like it could be on another network.
Oh my God! You know
I'm
what?
sorry.
See, you showing your little dirty mind.
No, I mean, come on, you know good damn well.
Yeah.
I didn't think that.
Yeah, okay.
Gillian, it actually is intended to be
No,
that way.
I know.
When I interviewed them,
Right.
she was telling me she was like she thought it was like a funny
Yeah.
like in your face thing.
Yeah.
I guess
That's why I was
marketing
laughing.
for-
Your
I was
face.
like,
I wish you'll see his face later. Ooh,
No,
it was hilarious.
No, that's perfect. And I love
Okay.
that you chimed in because we do still like to keep stuff at the end, even after the affirmation.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that'll still be
I'm sorry,
in there.
I'm a
You're
child.
gonna see his face.
I'm a
No,
child.
I'm like that. Listen, imagine I worked for Bossip for 15 years.
Uh-huh.
There's no my little dirty mind.
I wasn't
sure.
sure if it was dirty or not. It just
No.
sounded that way. I was like, what is that?
It's literally biscuits, chicken biscuits, seafood
Right.
biscuits.
I figured
peach
more than
cobbler
likely, but
biscuit.
okay.
Food Network.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
and it's an
I
actual
know you were
recipe.
trying not to laugh because you had a direct
That's-
view of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
It's like, is this say that?
Pondering on it for a little
right.
bit.
That's what I'm saying. He was like looking at the
It's
wall,
an
like
affirmation.
"Eat my
I'm still
biscuits."
going, eat my biscuits.
we talking about achieving things and,
Yeah,
and,
it's like,
and being better people. You eat my biscuits. You still on eat my biscuits.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Hey, kudos to them. They came out with a great name.
See, and it makes
Yeah.
you'll remember that show.
Yes, I
Yeah.
would.
See,
And
it's
they actually
memorable.
have a location in East Point. So while you're still here, if you want to check them out, they're open. I want to say they're closed on
open.
Tuesdays, but what is it? 9 to 3?
Eat my biscuits. Like,
9 to
Eat
3.
My Biscuits
and
is
the
open.
restaurant. The restaurant's in East Point.
Okay. All right. Cool. Nice. All right.
All right. Do we have to do another vocal exercise to like decompress?
No, I'm good.
Name a name a
yeah.
Name it even. I mean, no.
Uh oh. Showing
Hey.
that baritone. He's like,